Hey everyone, I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we're wrapping up the Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise reviews with a look at Smokescreen, which was part of that PR box that Hasbro was kind enough to send along. Thank you very much, Hasbro, greatly appreciated. Smokescreen is part of the deluxe assortment, and as you can see, the packaging is very similar to other deluxe figures. It's very nicely done. I'm loving the artwork on these in particular. The side of the box is inspired from the Netflix series, and it's very nice done artwork. I think they did a fantastic job on it. The other side of the box is the artwork that's been on every single one of the packages, including the t-shirt that I showed you in the PR box. If you want to check out the unboxing, go back to that review from December. And the back of the box gives you a look at both modes, robot mode and vehicle mode. It also specifies there's 16 steps to transform him. He comes with 3 different blasters, and as you can see, he looks like a terrific figure. So what do you say, let's open him up and let's take a closer look. Here is your in-hand look at Smokescreen. I'm loving the colors on this one. It throws back just to the 80s Smokescreen toy. They did a phenomenal job painting this figure. As I'm sure you're aware, he is a brand new sculpt, but this sculpt was also used to remake Prowl, Barricade, and Silver Streak in the Earthrise line, and it's a great sculpt. They did a great job on it. So as you see there, he has 2 blasters on his shoulders, which are removable, and you can put them on the car mode. He has the number 80 on this side. It's where the doors are. Here's a look at the back. And going back to the front, you see the Autobot logo right there. A very nice head sculpt. They did a great job on there. The colors are nice and bright. And again, I think they did a phenomenal job on this figure. He's in red, blue, black, and white, and a little bit of yellow on the head. So, again, it's a great looking figure, great paint applications. And here we have a comparison with the Siege release of Smokescreen along with the Earthrise version. As you can see, there is some pretty big significant differences between the 2 figures, while the colors remain the same. There's a lot of different aspects that are different. The Siege figure is more based on his appearance on Cybertron. I think that's Cybertronian writing on his doors there, which you see in the back, while the Earthrise Smokescreen figure is more based on his appearance on Earth. So, while both figures look great, I prefer the Earthrise figure, as it's closer to the 80s toy line, but I'm very happy with it. You also see the significant differences between the shoulder blasters right there. Earthrise is blue, the Siege is white, and the blue ones are also smaller. So you should be able to see that as well. Some pretty big significant differences in the head sculpt there. This one is painted in a metallic silver, while the Earthrise is white. He keeps his Autobot logo on the front there, so there's a look there, just to show you guys. And turning this around. So from the back, it's also very similar done. The back of the doors are, interestingly enough, almost identical. It's different sculpting, but it still has these design patterns there. The windshield there is different, and you also see the significant differences in the legs there. See how they're sculpted differently. Here is a comparison with Earthrise Silver Streak. As you can see, the figures are exactly the same sculpt. This sculpt was also used to make Prowl and Barricade in the Earthrise line, and it's a great sculpt. They did a very nice job on it. The differences in deco, phenomenally well. There's all the comparison of the sides and everything. And there is a look at the back for you. And here we have a look at his vehicle mode. Vehicle mode looks great. The 3 blasters can fit on there. The 2 smaller ones can be plugged in on the sides here, as you see. And they did a very nice job on this. There's a look at the back. Unfortunately, they didn't paint any of the rear lights or anything. That's a little disappointing. But they did a very nice job. And let me just show you this. So these come off and these plug in right to the front here. So that's pretty neat. 2 different options to display the weapons in vehicle mode, just as we've seen with Siege. And here's another comparison of the Earthrise Smokescreen Figure along with the Siege version, excuse me. The Siege version is Cybertronian vehicle, and you see the Cybertronian writing on the sides there as well as the front, just above the Autobot logo. And of course the Earthrise vehicle just has the Autobot logo there and the number 80s on the side. So the blasters can fit as shown right there on the top between the 2 vehicles. These just snap together and plug right in on the Siege version, and the Earthrise version, these just snap in on the sides here. So let me show you guys again. These would just plug in on the front there as shown. Pull these 2 off. And you can display it as shown. So I really like you have 2 different options to display the accessories in vehicle mode. That's very cool. The colors in these 2 different figures are basically the same. I believe they use the same red and white and blue. I don't really see any significant difference between the colors. And ultimately, these are very nicely done. And here's another look at Smokescreen in robot mode with the blaster in his right hand there. Also, you see the smaller weapons on his shoulders. Ultimately, it's a great robot mode, and they did a fantastic job on him. Here we have a comparison of Smokescreen along with Sunstreaker and Trailbreaker that was reviewed as part of the PR box. Ultimately, Smokescreen is a fantastic figure. Hasbro's done a fantastic job giving fans something special. There's a lot of 80s elements in these figures, and I think the fandom have generally loved this line. Ultimately, I would strongly suggest picking these up. This is some of the best Transformers figures that we've gotten pretty much since the 80s, in my opinion. So right now it's really good Transformers figures on a great brand. So make sure to do your part and pick these up. Kingdom is shipping now, and I, for one, cannot wait to get my hands on some of those Beast Wars figures. I was hoping they would do an old Beast Wars line, but it looks like they're doing a mix of Beast Wars and G1. I know, at least in the deluxe line, Warpath is in there, and they're doing some other G1 characters, along with some of our favorite Maximals and Predacons. So definitely looking forward to that. Thank you again to Hasbro for providing this PR box for review. We greatly appreciate that. I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Please like and share this video. It tells YouTube to share it with more people. Definitely would appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Stay safe and stay tuned for more coverage.